Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing exponential capitals on the Europe Advanced map, and that, you heard me correctly, no per player. We're playing regular exponential capitals, mixing it up a little bit here today. We're playing as a green player out of the 5th position, and this is Risk Global Domination. It's the game of Risk, the board game, but on a computer. We're playing Europe Advanced, one of the most popular maps in Risk. And we're playing the exponential mode, which ramps up the trade-ins super fast. Universally 5, 7, 10, 13, 17, 23, 30, 39, 51, 67, 88, 115, I think is the next one after that. It really does ramp up very, very quickly. We are playing as green. And I think Russia is actually calling my name. As nice as this material is over here, thought red might go on the 1 point holder. Probably wanted to avoid the 4. We're going to go over here. We've got the material for a potential turn 1 Russia over on the right-hand side, as long as we don't get hit by purple or red. And if red hits me, I've got the clap back on the left-hand side if I absolutely need it. I understand this play, but this also shows my capital to 3 opponents, not white or yellow, but we'll see what ends up happening with this. We see nothing on the bottom of the board. That part of the reason I didn't want to cap here is I don't know what's down here. This way I have more of a known situation on the right-hand side, and I almost wonder if Eastern Europe is going to be a more viable play. You know, I go 2 here. I'm going to start with 7 troops. 2 here, 5 here. A little hairy to do that, but I don't have any unknowns in Eastern Europe. I have 1 unknown in Russia. So I think the best way, put 2 here, attack up, hit this to the right, try to take as much as possible and see what we can't do. And if red's going to hit our 2 here. So we'll only start with 7. It'd be great if we started with 8, but I think we're only going to start with 7. And we'll try to take Eastern Europe. It may be the wrong play, but if we can snowball this with a really aggressive bonus take early on, that could be pretty powerful. I assume red will take the UK. They may also try to take Iceland as well. They put 3 here, the rest up here. And that is exactly what the red player does, playing for 10 early, potentially even 11, and they don't lose anything on that roll. Great start for red. If only we were in the 4th position, we only would have lost 1 troop there. Start with 7. I think, do I guarantee my roll here? If I put 1 here and 6 here, you know what? I am actually going to do that. We're going to guarantee our roll here to make sure that we're guaranteeing that play as well. With purple here, I'm not optimistic they are going to let me hold the right-hand side of the board here. Yellow is going to play for Central Europe. So an interesting situation occurring here. Boom, boom, boom. Probably could have rolled this 4 out over here, but this is fine. Our goal is to play into Russia, but this, yellow could be capped up here in Riskila, which would definitely not be fantastic, but it would explain why they're playing for this bonus and not necessarily Scandinavia. We'll see what purple does. I think purple's going to be our potential litmus test for whether or not we're able to hold here. We didn't lose a single troop in our opening, which is always delightful. I love when we don't lose anything. And we hit a 2. And usually when we hit 2s, we don't get the best dice around here. So we'll see what happens. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content lately. I have been enjoying making it. And streams will return soon. I have had a bit of a bit of an interesting time recording videos, but here we are, you know. Purple breaks yellow immediately. Does he also hit me? He does not. Hooray! I guess the 6 could still hit me. That was... Oof. That made me nervous. I'm not going to lie. I saw that happening. I got nervous. But appreciate everybody's support on the channel. Appreciate the support on the streams. Appreciate the support on the videos. I'm going to try to bring the streams back soon. A little bit busy this week, but next week should have some more time for a few more streams. Red gets 11 here. Obviously, red could break me. That'd be a little bit unfortunate. I almost hope he plays down. May play into Scandinavia. Although I think yellow might be capped there. I do fear that yellow's about to lose their capital already. We'll see if my opponents like me getting 14 troops on this turn. I'm not sure that is going to be terribly well received. But this cap spot's not bad, and the blizzard down here certainly helps. Me starting with this territory helps. Because it means it's an extra spot I don't have to remove. We might have the Orient wraparound guy, the one that gets this position and wraps around. But usually in these exponential games, people don't have enough time to do shenanigans like that. So let's just take this over here. Might as well hit that. I mean, I don't... Yeah, see, that's what I meant about losing stuff on 2s. And I'm not going to hit red there. We'll just back off, bring our troops back. At any time here, I could get hit. If yellow is on... Yellow insta-attacked there. That was crazy. Doesn't retaliate. We may get hit by purple, but purple does not have a strong enough cap at this point where if they only break... Ah, we found blue. Does blue make a push for red's capital here? We would see this hit as well. When he does, and he does not get good dice, and if red is holding Scandi, we could potentially do some stealage. We could do some stealing on the left-hand side of the board. Is he not going to defend his capital at all? Was that blue's first turn with a bonus? They did not have a bonus on the first turn, so that was blue's first turn with a bonus. They've stolen red's capital. If red has not been broken in either Scandinavia or Iceland, they are going to likely have the juice to take their capital back here. Now, a man like me understands the value of a center capital. Purple does, in fact, defend it. I anticipate red retaliating here. Now, if yellow is up here, blue is here, purple's here, it does likely mean white is at the bottom of the board, potentially on a 1-point hold for the bottom left. Getting big early and exponential is super powerful. You can potentially snowball before the trades even matter, which is very good. Red starts with 9. I do wonder if this is going to be a hit into their original capital. Or do they have something sitting over here that can wrap around and take this? They do. Do they win this? Oh, he's going to steal blue's original. He's just going to go steal blue's capital instead. I think he took it. I'm going to 14 over here. Red cut through purple there. Fortifies. Oh, come on. It's not the end of blue, but they're basically out of the game at this point. I don't know where else they exist, but I may as well go hit that. Tried to win a 2-on-1. 89% roll, guys. 89% roll. All right, we got a 14 up here. I just got 22. Can't imagine purple's going to be super happy with that soon, but they did get hit by red, so they may aggress the red player first. Blue's basically out of the game at this point. Now, red got 9, so I don't know. Yellow is not up here. Yellow played for this middle despite being somewhere else on the board. At this point, I want to hunt blue for their cards. It's going to depend on what purple does. If purple comes and breaks me, the game's going to get a little interesting. I thought maybe we had the blue elimination over here. That's why I went for it. Purple gets 9. And we don't want to do any early trading, especially late in the turn order here. I anticipate purple potentially just taking the Central Europe bonus back, which will be interesting to see what red does as well. Going for cards isn't a terrible idea, you know, if somebody's going to roll a capital like I did. So Purple takes here. Does purple break? Interesting question. They do not. We don't know where blue is. We presume that white, blue, and yellow are all potentially at the bottom of the board, none of whom have bonuses. So, interested to see what we can do here. I don't think purple's going to be happy with me, but I don't know that this cap even matters to defend at this point. It's going to depend on what red does. Like if red uses their 11 troops or whatever they're going to get on this next turn to come hit here, it obviously spices it up a little bit more. I'm not really intentionally holding their capital, but I might as well fortify to this position. Red seemed to be reasonable. Didn't roll the 11 on 6. They let me roll it. I got fine dice, worse dice, honestly, in the pocket over here, and they get 12. They could hit this. I'm not going to actually be that upset if they do. I don't think it goes well for them if they do, though. You're going to take France. I don't know that I want to let you hold France. Spain, I could let you hold Spain. Interesting. This could fail. 3-on-1. And it does not. So, at this point, I have a decision to make. Aggress the bottom of the board. Or hang tight for a hot minute. And I think hanging tight for a hot minute is going to do me better longer term here. And by hang tight, I do mean hit red, right? Like, get red into one spot where I can deal with them. Yellow trading first is better for me. That's a survival play. Blue, I would anticipate trading right now as well. It's really going to be about not getting hit by purple, and I think purple may get 13 on this next turn. I've been good about not aggressing them. Now, obviously, I've aggressed red here. If red does not trade and somebody else, white or purple, does, it may be in our best interest to actually aggress that player. Now, I do think blue is going to end up feeding their elimination here to someone. 5 cards without trading and no capital. Very dangerous. Now, we let red hold here, so they will get probably 12, right? Or, sorry, 12. 10. 5 here, 4 here, 9, and then you think maybe 10, 11, 12, or, yeah, 10, 11, 12, like that. Get 10 troops. Purple does not stack on me, does not try to aggress me. This will double set purple, which will leapfrog both of our trade-ins ahead, leave them on 5 cards after the turn as well. Sorry, leave them on 4 cards after the turn as well. If they eliminate blue. They could potentially chain blue into white as well. This could be a slow roll onto white. If red doesn't fully aggress me here, maybe just takes France, I'm going to put everything here and cut down through and see if we can't find blue or white on an elimination. If red does hit me, well, it would probably just deal with red. White sets. White will also... Anybody would trade off of blue here. That is actually something that's interesting, is red could potentially try to go for the blue elimination. Can't imagine blue's super happy with red and I, but they aggressed red first. Early turn aggression isn't the worst thing in the world, but you got to be a little bit careful in how you try to do it, right? I already know I had a good position, and if purple doesn't break me, is blue going to perish here? This will just send the trades forward. Blue does not perish, but they do quit. I actually think it may be in my best interest to hit off of this position. It looks like red's going to come hit me, though. You got to make a diplomatic decision here, though. You got to pick a side. Is he just going to come up this way? He is going to split. It's 6, though. That shouldn't get me in Eastern Europe. So what red has done, I think, is actually a mistake. You get these breaks off, but I'm now just purely incentivized to aggress you. Let blue trade in. Maybe yellow gets that. I think this is the better move here, is just deal with red, right? Maybe they come slam me. Their trade will be pretty good, but it won't be as good as mine. And honestly, yellow doesn't eliminate blue. So now blue just sets in back here, which inconveniences both of these players. Purple is going to be kind of the hairy situation where if he chooses to aggress me now, that's what's going to probably not help me very much. I'm not sure what kind of hold he's holding on the bottom. We haven't seen much commitment from these additional troops here. He trades in off of an elimination on blue or an elimination off of both white and yellow, and he's not facing us up top. So at this point, there is the elimination on blue. That will set him. That will actually make both mine and red's trades better, which it otherwise wouldn't have since blue had already traded. White is already traded. Yellow is already traded. Now, at this point, again, it would have to eliminate both white and yellow at the bottom of the board. And he actually fortifies. So if we can potentially get a big stack here from purple. Now we got to look at what does white and yellow do. I think they're competing for this down here. That's a decent pickup by purple. I'm really interested to see what red does here. Red will trade for 23. We will trade for 30. So they will have 14, 37 off of this position. If they roll a capital, they likely submit their own death certificate to the rest of the game. I want them to roll the capital here. I think they lose the game if they roll the capital. If they just come out, if they open a cap up, I also think they lose. They aren't going to hit me here. They're quite slow. If they don't get back to cap, they also probably lose. So, loses one here. We're hitting a 27 cap. We're hitting a 26 cap. Split here. 3-on-1 could fail. That will give me more troops. I don't know that I like what red is doing here. 20 troops on cap, 19 troops on cap, 18 troops on cap. This failing would be tremendous. It does not, but he did lose a troop. So 18 troops on cap down here for red. We get 19. Trade for 30, plus 2 in Russia. 49, unfortunately, I don't think is enough to get red. I need to go see what white looks like, because I don't think white is very strong, and white trades me in. Could butter up yellow for an extra card here. Let's do that. If I trade on 3 here, I could eliminate yellow. So I've mostly bailed on the top of the board position here because I'm almost hoping I just get enough here. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Now yellow gifts me his cards for free. As long as purple doesn't, he actually steps off the capital. I think he's hoping I can like cap run or something. My concern here is that purple would have a set. I don't care if red has a set because red can't do anything with the set. So what would be ideal here? Thank you. I don't care that they broke this. If anything, they might give me pathing into red. So red will hold Iceland. They've got 20 troops on cap. They will pick up a 4th card. I don't actually have to add anything down here. Is he going to hit red? 1 territory easier to take. 2 territories easier to take. 3 territories easier to take. Well, not really 4 at this point because they still have to commit some troops up here. But let's see what red does. Not having a set, red perishes, right? We eliminate yellow here regardless. Red will have 30 something down here. And he's actually going to hit purple. Now there's a chance yellow could be in a number of positions here. Red fails that. That's 2 extra troops I don't have to deal with. So let's get prepped to eliminate yellow. And I understand yellow could be over here on the right. I'm going to try to get as much info about that as I can. I don't actually need this right now. Let's do this. It is purple in there. Try to get red here. There's yellow. We obviously trade off of yellow. Trade the horses just in case we don't get a set on 4. Oh, well, we're going to trade off of red here anyway. Little hairy, huh? 100% roll. There's red. I think we don't double set there. We will have a set on the next turn. We cannot eliminate red or we cannot eliminate purple right now. So 60 here, 9 there. They will trade in for quite a bit. We don't want to give them pathing to every capital. At least not with ease. Oh, and that's just game. Okay, good game. Good game. Does he step off? He does not step off. I will still win. And I'm feeling a little world dommy today. I'm feeling a little world dommy, everybody. I don't know about you. But I don't know. I feel like I really earned this because we had a super aggressive game. And I'm feeling like I want to run the board. Purple didn't step off. And because they didn't step off, giving them the business. Good game. Well played. And a thumbs up to you. Take the eliminations in Expo, everybody. That's all I can say. And they may not have actually had a trade on 4. I didn't see what cards they had or what order those were in. But that was a nice quick one. The meta settings get even more snowbally with Exponential. Let me know what you guys think about the Exponential cards. Master on red. A little surprised by that with how they played some of that ending. Yellow as well. Awful capital for yellow in the back here. Playing for a bonus completely opposite side of the board. I'm a little bit surprised by both of those ranks. Beginners on purple and white. Thought purple played a decent game. Novice on blue. Not super surprised with the cap smash and no backup for their original position. Regardless, hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk tomorrow. As always, everybody, I have been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.